if we accept it, right? I mean, it's up to us to accept it. Like, I mean, I can be a pastor, I can come and lead you to that point of making a decision, but it's up to you to actually accept that. Like, you had to take that step across the bridge. Like, I can't force you. That's not what it's about. God is not someone that's going to force himself upon you. He's a gentleman. He's going to present it to you in such a way that you want to accept it as well. So it's in view of his mercy. You get forgiveness, you get eternal life, you get righteousness, which means being right standing with him, and you get set apart as well. So knowing that, it's like, okay, that's why I should worship. But even beyond that, if God didn't do another thing for me, he is still worthy of all the praise and all of the worship. I mean, he woke me up this morning. I get emotional even talking about this because he woke me up this morning and he started me on my way. He got food on my table and brought joy to my day, right? So, I mean, it doesn't matter what may happen throughout the day, whether a door stays open or a door closes, or if God provides this or provides that, he still deserves all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise as well. So then the last question is, how do I worship? Paul said you present your bodies as a living sacrifice. Right? So everything about you is supposed to be an act of worship. So it's more than just a song, it's more than just a place, it's more than a time, and it's more than a feeling. Like me growing up in the church I grew up, we put a lot of emotion around worship, right? Like feeling good and getting the goosebumps, and so much so where we equated the power of God moving by someone being slain in the spirit, you know? So we equated a lot of emotion around it. Now, don't get me wrong, like it has to be both spirit and truth. Right? So there comes a point in time that Jesus actually said to this woman at the well that true worshipers had to worship in spirit and in truth. And the way that you do that is by presenting your life as a living sacrifice. It's living because in the Old Testament, they presented dead sacrifices, okay? They would kill animals. There was a thanks offering. There was praise offerings. There was guilt offerings. There was all these different offerings that they made, but it was with a dead animal. We are presenting our lives as living sacrifices because we bring ourselves to the altar of God, and then guess what? We're walking away as living as well. So that's just a challenge for y'all that that you would realize what is it that you worship, what do you give worth to, but then also realize that even playing this game, we can worship God. Like I had the opportunity of playing collegiate sports and playing some arena football as well, and I wanted to make sure that everything that I did was an act of worship, whether it was hitting the quarterback, which I love to do, hitting someone. I mean, in the way that I even played the game, I wanted everyone to be pointed to God, not to me as well. So even tonight, I don't know what each and every one of y'all are going through or whatnot, or your background, your faith background, or if you have a background in faith, but just to challenge you, what is it that you give worth to, and realize it that God deserves all of the glory, the honor, and the praise as well. So let's worship tonight, have a good time, be safe, and have fun, all right?
Amen.
All right, God bless y'all.
Let's go, baby. Let me get the coach real quick, man. Coach is the one captain.